got my notes here. I'm talking about episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. I might be referencing my phone a whole bunch because it's not like I had this great plan from the beginning. So I'm gonna roll with it. I didn't really rehearse it. It's not like they had a big plan from the beginning anyways also, but we'll get into that. Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker, I liked it. I had a lot of fun. The movie was great. It was fun as soon as it started off with Kylo Ren. You guys know I love Kylo. It was incredible. It was cool. They did right by Kylo. The whole movie did right by Kylo. That was important to me. And Babu Frick, I give the movie an 8 on 10. I really did enjoy it. I really had a great time. I guess one of my favorite Star Wars movies, on the better half of Star Wars movies. Full disclosure though, I give Force Awakens a 9 on 10, and I give The Last Jedi a 10 on 10. I give Empire Strikes Back a 10 on 10, and I give Return of the Jedi a 9 on 10. But Return of the Jedi is my favorite movie. You could break all that down in your brain however you wanted to. It's just the way things are in my universe. The reason why I rank The Rise of Skywalker the lowest of the new 3 is because this movie, more than the others, has made it abundantly clear that they didn't have a plan for the whole saga. You know, when they stepped out there and decided to do the new Star Wars movies, they should have had a plan. And instead, it was kind of like those games in elementary school where I say the, and then you go cat, and the next guy says had, and I say and he's like nap, and we don't know where the story's going, and we're all just saying a different word. They did that. Except it wasn't as funny because it cost like $4 billion, and they did it with like talented writers, and they did it with like one of the most sacred franchises in movie history. So I thought that was a big deal, and this movie was the determining factor of whether that will be a problem or not. And I don't want to say it was a problem because I loved it and I love Star Wars, but it is now very clear that that was a thing that occurred. They didn't really care. That fact that they didn't care was the problem. Am I still gonna love Star Wars? Bro, I love The Last Jedi. Of course I'm gonna love Star Wars. I had fun, and I think there was major consequences. And we'll get into them. But let's just break this down a bit. I liked Force Awakens a lot. It was familiar territory. It was like, hey bro, welcome back to Star Wars. It's been a minute. It's new, but it's familiar, but it's new. How new? Well, you'll see. We'll tell you later, but for now, it's familiar. Then, God bless, Last Jedi comes in. Last Jedi's like, oh, it's new, it's familiar. Shut up, it's not that familiar. What do you think this is, a game? This isn't a game, bro. Star Wars isn't some sci-fi fantasy nonsense. Star Wars is gonna be here forever, bro. And if it's gonna be here forever, it's gonna be real, okay? It's gonna be real. Not everything is as it seems. Okay, we're gonna approach this like real deal. Like, there are no gods in Star Wars. Luke Skywalker is not a god. Luke Skywalker is a man like you and me, but he believed in the Force, and that's what you need to traverse and navigate the universe that is Star Wars. Is you need to believe in the Force first and foremost. And they took things that we thought we knew, and it was like, look at it differently. The good guys don't just win because they're the good guys. You don't just get access to the ship because you're the good guys. You know, it had a lot of things that I was like, damn, I left that and I was like, that hurts. You know? Force Awakens killed Han Solo. Last Jedi kills Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker doesn't even get killed. He sacrifices himself, and you're like, damn, I guess he wasn't a god. He was just a man. And that made things different. It made me look at things differently. But everyone in the universe looked at Luke Skywalker as a god, and I've spoken about episode 7 and episode 8 for hours on YouTube. There are hours of videos of me talking about that. I love those movies. But the problem with episode 9 was they retconned. And we're allowed to retcon. George Lucas does it. Shit, sometimes I say things and I'm like, oh, maybe this is how it is. And then in my mind, I'm retconning it. And I'm like, that's how I'll play it in my own mind. But the problem with the retcons in episode 9 was they made 7 and 8 useless. If you watch the entire saga up to episode 6, you don't need to watch 7 and 8. Why? What is there of value in 7 or 8? The only characters that progress at all are Rey and Kylo, but most of their progression occurs anyways in episode 9. It just kind of, episode 9 just kind of like Game of Thrones final seasons, just wraps everything up instantly in a second. And that kind of made me bitter, because I liked the movie. I had fun, Babu Frick, but at the same time, like, why watch episode 7? Okay, she's a scavenger. That's all you need to know. And Kylo is Ben's dad, and and Kylo is Ben Solo. His dad is Han Solo. He killed Han Solo. Fine. So much stuff happened in that 30-year chunk. Why not just throw in Han Solo's death? Be like, oh, so what happened? Well, this mysterious new thing called the First Order came. Han Solo's dead, and Kylo Ren is Ben Solo, his son. He killed him. We did so much in that 30 years. You could just do that. If you were gonna pace it like this, you could just do that, and you could just go right to episode 9, and that's a problem, because episode 1, 2, and 3 never did that. 4, 5, 6 never did that for the previous ones. You always had to watch all the Star Wars movies, but now this one has erased the necessity for 7 and 8, and that's just like, not that I have a crazy loyalty to 7 and 8. I like them, honestly, in many ways as much as this one, but they didn't do what this one did. This one made it clear that they didn't have a plan, and it's like, how the fuck do you go into the Star Wars realm not having that plan? Like, that's crazy. I love the movie. It was fun. Let's talk about the good things. Here are the good things. Babu Frick. Maybe the best thing in the new trilogy. I love it. I'm looking for a life-size Babu Frick. He better be this big. Babu Frick, my oldest friend. Kylo Ren. Man, he's awesome. I loved Kylo Ren. Everything about his appearances in 7, 8, 9. The guy is incredible. I love the character. I can do so much Kylo, like video games, whatever it is. Like Ben Solo and Kylo was great. Kylo getting the blaster, like his daddy do, like running with the blaster and shooting a guy without even looking, like Han Solo. I was waiting for Kylo to use a blaster, literally waiting. I loved it. Everything about him. Like, he really is an incredible character. He just seems like so deep. It's not like good or bad or anything. It's just like, this is a man. This is a guy. This is a real guy with a mummy and a daddy. And he's got issues. And he still finds time to work out, even though he's like, running the First Order. I love Kylo Ren. And they did right by him. And that was great. And Kylo and Han was maybe the best part of the movie. Maybe the best part of the new trilogy. Kylo and Han was, well, second best. Babu Frick, best part of the new trilogy. But Kylo and Han was awesome. I love that moment. Like, that's a tear. That was one tear from the South Bouse. C-3PO, funny. I always thought C-3PO was annoying. I always thought people made such a big deal about Jar Jar being annoying, and I was like, C-3PO is annoying too. This movie though, C-3PO was hilarious. They nailed that. Like, C-3PO's actually made me laugh many times. It took 9 movies, and finally on the 9th one, they figured out C-3PO in my books. I thought he was hilarious. I thought he was funny. I loved it all. This movie is literally C-3PO at his best. Babu Frick, my oldest friend. Ben Solo pulling the lightsaber from behind his back with the Knights of Ren there, and he was like, yeah, bitch. That was so good. That was so good. It was, Babu Frick was good. That was really good too. When he pulled that lightsaber from his back that he got from Ren, he was like, that's right. It's like, when that happened, I was like, let's jump to the bad. When that happened, I was like, you stupid idiots. You knew you were going to make 3 movies. You knew you were going to make 3 movies. You're going to get to this point at the end of the 9th movie? No. No, man. If you really take it all out, 7, 8, 9, and you lay it down on paper, if you pace this properly, that should be a whole movie. That could have been a whole movie. If it was paced properly, then in 7 and 8, he would have been Ben Solo at the beginning of 9. Or he would have been Ben Solo going into 9. And it would have been called The Rise of Skywalker, and Ben Solo would have been a good guy, and you literally would have been like, he's the Skywalker, and you wouldn't have known that it was Rey, and they should have done that, because that was sick. If you had a Ben Solo with a blaster like his daddy, and he had that lightsaber, and he was there with that charm, and everything about him was just, like, now that he was a good guy, there was so much more to him. This guy, Adam Driver, did so much for that character, man, and they could have, at least they did right by Kylo. I'm just saying, they could have done legendary by him. They really could have. I love that. It was so cool. If Rey was going to be a Palpatine, then it's their duty to just allude to it better. Just allude to it better. Just like make it something like that the previous movies could have alluded to it. So instead it's just like not playing out like, is this what you want? No? Yeah? Great. Take it. Cool. It's cool. And I'm not against her being a Palpatine. I do have an old video after The Force Awakens, before Last Jedi comes out, where I mentioned that she could be a Palpatine. I was talking about how she's using the staff, and she's doing stabbing moves, and every other Jedi does swinging. She goes in with the stabs, and it's just like her granddaddy does the stabs too. I had that. I said she looks really suspiciously angry while swinging a lightsaber as well. I said this. So I don't know if that was like a halfway plan they had or whatever it was, but if you're gonna do that, just allude better. Just allude better so it doesn't look like you're just winging it, because the problem with this movie was I thought that it looked like they were winging it. How dare they build up excitement and tension for 3 movies to just have this final battle where Palpatine gets killed sitting on a chair, sitting down. Now here, let me tell you the problem with that. The last guy got killed sitting on a chair, but that was okay. He was Snoke. We killed Snoke on the throne, and I was like, you stupid bitch. What, you thought you were important? He was the most powerful Force user, they said, but he died sitting down. The Emperor died sitting down. It's like, stand your ass up and fight. Why are you sitting using lightning? I just feel like, I don't know much about the dark side, but I feel like if you really want to shoot lightning, get your ass up out of the chair and shoot lightning. Man, it just fucking dies sitting down like that. How the hell do you die sitting on a throne twice in a row? Stand up and do something. We learned in the previous movie that the good guys don't just get what they want. They don't just win because they're the good guys. That's not how it is. You can't just break into some ship like that. They got busted. They got caught. There was problems. Oh, wait. In this movie, though, there's a coin. The coin was so silly. What does this coin do? This coin can get anyone, even some random low-life scavenger, into Kylo Ren's bedroom. Literally. You think I'm joking? No. The coin is literally a key to Kylo Ren's bedroom. They're on the planet looking for Resistance members. They are able to fly up in a busted up Resistance ship and fly into the Star Destroyer because they have the coin and walk into Kylo Ren's bedroom. So in the last movie, they're just like, Star Wars isn't a game, you fool. It's not just a movie. Star Wars is life. There are real people out there. There's no gods. There's men. You don't just get to blow up the Star Destroyer Poe without 50 million people dying. Oh, wait, but this one? No, there's a coin. And what's this coin do? You can go to Kylo Ren's bedroom. It's literally, they have, anyone. If I had that coin, I could walk into Kylo Ren's bedroom. I wouldn't do that, maybe. But that's the world that they chose. That's what they created. They made that in this movie, and that was kind of weird to me. That was a weird decision. Because, you want to cram everything in. You want to make everyone happy, which is the biggest mistake. Don't make these suckers happy. People will never be happy. Fuck them. They want to make all these people happy. So they had to cram all this movie stuff. They had to give us like 15 MacGuffins. Just like, we're looking for the dagger. No, we're looking for the Sith holocron. No, we're looking for Babu Frick. That's okay. We need the captain's coin. It's like, how many things are you going to go look for? Why did I just play a whole MMORPG in this movie? This movie played out like an MMORPG. It's like, go here, get that. Go to this planet, get here. Now you're at Coachella at this planet. Go to this planet now. Now go here. Now get that. Get this. Go there. Go see this guy. Go see. It's like everything was a quest. Everything was a quest. It was just weird. And the whole time, like, Poe looked hype in a scarf. Yeah. But that was it. Like, the most character progression Poe had was like, I was like, oh, damn, he looks good in a scarf. That's it. Finn. What, he sacrificed himself? Bro, he was going to sacrifice himself in the last movie. There was no progression. I do like when Rose was like, hey, I'm coming with you. And he's like, no, you're not invited to this movie. And I just know there's a theater of people that were really happy about that, which is weird. But I thought that, like, no loyalty to any character or anything. I just wanted better for Poe and Finn. And I think they got kind of like, yeah, they're like NPC characters. They're like your party members that are just with you, with Rey, that follow along walking. And they're like, yes. And she's like, I must go alone. And they're like, alone with friends. Great line. And they're just there. And they do whatever she does. And they're there. But, like, really, if you don't have any dialogue options with them, there's no progression. And I just feel like they didn't know what to do with Poe and Finn. There's a lot you could have done. A lot. I never wanted to write these movies. I didn't. I never would. But shit, I mean, if they weren't going to write them all together and the internet was going to write it instead, well then, fuck, dog, give me a pen and a pad. Let me take a stab at this right here. Because I had some ideas. Regardless, making Rey a Palpatine was interesting. And I did have the thought of it, and I did mention it in a video earlier on. But what I can't get behind is imagining Palpatine himself having a baby mama. Who is that? Who is she? What was it like? Did he buy her drinks? Did Palpatine buy her drinks? Or did he her by using manipulation to get her to have the baby? Or did she really love him? What's there to love about him? What does she look like? Who is she? Did he let her live? Now you think I want to finish that movie and I want to go home and I want to be like, who did Palpatine fuck? I don't want to do that. Why does that have to be a thing? This guy made people in canisters. He made Snoke, a powerful force user, powerful enough to bitch slap lightning into the ground and send Kylo Ren flying. But he's gonna go and make a baby? To like, which he said, yeah, to take my place. But you sent Snoke to kill her. You wanted Snoke to kill her. But now you want the baby to take your place? You had this like 30-year plan for an apprentice. You're gonna make a baby, and then your baby's gonna make a baby, and then that baby is gonna be your apprentice. Bitch, why don't you just go grow one in a tank? You grew this 7-foot guy and his gold robes in a tank. Just grow your baby. Why? Why involve these people? I just can't imagine. Like, can you imagine? Like, Sheev getting a call from like his grandson or granddaughter being like, hey Pop, Sheev, sorry, Darth Sidious. No, you haven't been calling, but your granddaughter's grown up to be quite the scavenger. And not that you care since you're the Senate, but we're gonna ask that you just stay out of her life. It's too confusing. Grandpa's here, Grandpa's not. Grandpa's a Sith Lord. It's like, he's the Empire. Is he good? Is he bad? It's just confusing. Just stay out of her life. Like that, I don't imagine. What kind of family conversations occur? There's family drama now in the Palpatines. Like, now it's like, why are they like with Rey Palpatine and Ben Skywalker? It's like, why is it like the Montagues and the Capulets? What have you done here? And I know a lot of people were really like, oh yeah, she's someone, because someone has to come from something. Well, Palpatine's dad wasn't shit. Why does Rey's grandfather have to be shit? Why do people have to come from something? Why can't people just be great? Because in Empire Strikes Back, we all got caught up in the fact that he was like, Luke, I'm your father. Yeah, George planned that before we were all born. He had that planned out. He knew that was coming. Now it's just like, oh, what can we do to have that moment again? You don't need that moment. You only need one of those every decade in movies. They gave us an entire cathedral of like Sith apprentices or whatever those people were, like a million Sith, and like Rey's like down and out and she's like, be with me, be with me, be with me. And she stands up and I'm like, oh, they force fed us nostalgia. They gave us Wedge. They gave us Ewoks. Are we about to get like Anakin Skywalker, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Luke Skywalker all holding lightsabers right now? We already know they can affect the real world. Yoda lit the tree up. Luke caught the lightsaber. So are they going to there be like, we are with you? And then like lightsaber slash all these guys up where she's going to be like, the dark side, you're all alone. With the Jedis, we're all together. And it's like, it would have been cool. It's crazy, but they already gave us Ewoks. So why can't you give me a Force Ghost Mace Windu killing these random no-name fodders in the audience? Well, instead, no. What does he do? She makes an X of 2 lightsabers and bounces the lightning back. Since when is like one lightsaber's not good enough? She gets 2 lightsabers? That doesn't make sense. A lightsaber is like the equivalent of an M16, and the lightning is like the equivalent of a nuclear detonation code. An M16 is nothing to the nuclear detonation code, even if you hold 2 of them, even if you hold 3 of them. Are you getting my analogy? If not, then consider this. Why didn't she just shoot lightning back? We know she shoots lightning. We know lightning is stronger than a lightsaber. We know that. Why didn't it just do that? Why didn't she catch the lightning like Yoda did? Instead, he shot the lightning and she made an X with her lightsabers and it blew up all the bad guys. They all blew up. Like Palpatine killed his own buddies with friendly fire. Like, that was really silly. That was really silly. I think, you know, a lot of choices were made because they were the obvious ones that people wanted. People wanted her to be from something. They wanted her to be from a thing. But I really like the idea of her just being great, because the cosmic entity of the Force balance inside her is so humongous, it's bigger than one person. But instead, by making her a Palpatine, you've downplayed the Skywalkers. What do the Skywalkers do? What did they do? Well, Anakin was a slave, and then he killed a whole village of women and children, and he killed children Jedi, and he went crazy, and he was deadbeat dad who would rather go around killing Jedis and take care of his kids. He didn't even know who his kids were. Who were his kids? Oh, they make out with each other. One of them was supposed to be a great Jedi. Instead, she just became a general and fought like a 30-year war that never ended, even though the war was already over. So that happened, failed politician. Luke Skywalker went to go kill his nephew, but then instead killed himself. And Ben Solo dressed up like his grandfather and went around killing people too. Wow. Skywalkers. Oh, no, wait. It's okay. We have Palpatines. The Palpatine bloodline came and saved us. Because even Darth Vader picking up Darth Sidious and throwing him over the ledge, no, that didn't cut it. No, because he came back. But Palpatines, now they get the job done. What do Palpatines do? Well, they hide their kid. For real. And the kid who gets hidden doesn't complain about going to get power converters at Tosche Station. No, Palpatine kids are good and disciplined. They study languages and AT-ATs, and they scavenge for parts, and they're fair, and they even love and protect droids. The Palpatine family is so good. That Sheev, he fell far from the tree. But Skywalkers, wow, they're scummy when you think about it. Skywalkers is basically, it's like Shameless. The Skywalker family is like the family from Shameless. They're just disaster. I don't know what the white trash equivalent of is in Star Wars, but the Palpatine existence now has made the Skywalkers pretty much white trash. Ben Solo didn't even finish the job. Like, he died. Palpatine, she had to kill her own grandpa. Why have we built up the Palpatine so much right now? I didn't think that, I knew he was a powerful Sith Lord. I didn't think he was that level, but now he's got to be like the most powerful Sith Lord. It's not even about the balance in the Force. It's not like Rey had this huge cosmic Force balance within her. It's like, no, you have your grandpa's power. You could shoot lightning from your fingers just like his grandpa before him, if that were even a thing. Whatever the case, it's just like that's what we've simplified it to. Families. So it was Capulets and Montagues, and it's Romeo and Juliet. Like, and what's so silly is that scissor red lightsaber was sick. That's cool. Would have been cool if she was bad. Use that. That yellow lightsaber we got at the end looks like it's double bladed. Wow, cool. She got her own yellow lightsaber. And we got it at the end of the movie. Once again, if it was paced properly, you could have got all that this movie. All that. But they didn't make a plan. So what am I saying? I'm saying this. The movie was incredible. Babu Frick is the best. Give the movie an 8 on 10. I loved it. I loved Last Jedi. I love Star Wars. Anything you can't destroy the universe for me, I still love it. I'm just annoyed because Disney put more time into Ant-Man, a C-list Avenger, versus Luke Skywalker, the most powerful Jedi in existence. And no disrespect to Marvel. I love Marvel, but Marvel has like 15 universes. Star Wars has one. And that one universe is law, and it's canon. And you just winged it? You just winged it. I thought you guys were joking. And I liked where it was going. But the reason why episode 9 carries this burden for me is because I look at episode 9 and I'm like, oh damn. Y'all weren't planned. You actually just were like, you want to write this one? No, you want to finish it? Hey, you finish it. He's gonna finish the movie. Luke Skywalker's dead, Han Solo's dead, Leia's alive, but you don't have the actress. Kill it. There's no plan. No, there's no plan. Just go. Whatever you want. Oh, well, here's a list of things that the fans wanted. Make sure these are included. Oh, that looks like a weird plot point. Create a captain's coin. It's a key to Kylo Ren's bedroom. They won't even worry about it. It comes literally 4 minutes after Babu Frick, so they will be tripping about Babu Frick for the rest of the movie. It's good. Seriously. Still liked it though. Still love Star Wars. Still happy. Definitely not gonna cry. I've seen grown men cry over Star Wars. I have. Not a good look. Not a good look. I've seen Star Wars fans really like fight other Star Wars fans. I've had Star Wars fans literally get mad at me for liking the last Star Wars movie. What can I say? I like them. I like this one, but I got my problems. I do, and I feel like my problems are, they make sense. But I'm sure I missed a whole bunch. I didn't even look at my phone as much as I thought I would. I love you guys. Let me know in the comment section what you're thinking. We could talk about it. Let's talk about it right now.